He would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, under 10, 10. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Go. Ready.
On second down, Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Bravo.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Ready.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go on second and 12. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Check 26.
On third down, Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Here we go. 30 base. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now a toss to Spiller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go. 50, plant, blue draw, quarters.
On first down, Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Yo, cheetah. Get it.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
They're going to look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Coleman on the draw. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Check 52.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's go. Mike 54. Hey, keep it up. Watch the
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super tall.
Hey, Sam on. 5. Watch out. Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the draw play, Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple, here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Cardinals' 43-yard line.
43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
You got tape. Let's go. Come on. Hey, alert 3. Check 13.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Touch head. Drop the pass. Here we go. Switch. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Fields on the screen. This is Coleman. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. What we got for now?
Second and long. And that'll be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee, because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1 yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Looking to throw. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. On 4th down, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Stop your whining. Hey, check 24. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Switch. Look at me. Zipper. Switch.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Down. 90 Wolf. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Fight.
Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And McManus able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Three buzz. Tight go. 66. Bullet. Now.
They will run again with Coleman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Slam. Quick the edge. Come. Hey, watch the edge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Deuce. Check your hot read.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
152 fighter.
2nd and 11. That one complete. He finds Shark. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. The kick by McManus is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On third down, Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Now.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Now a give right side. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. He'll look to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Intended for Tevin Coleman. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Fields. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
15-1. Hurry! Get it!
On 1st down, Dobbins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready? 60 yards.
Check my 46. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Kill. Sponge.
They go jet sweep here with Chark. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Let's get it. 46 to Mike. 46. Come on, boy.
Ready?
They'll drop the throw. And that is caught, but the back judge. Right there to say incomplete.
For DJ Chark. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. And McManus able to put it through. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Back to the air on second down. Fields. They'll find Everett there, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Niners on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Fields. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Check. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Go, 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Fields. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jalen Hurd, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Operating from the gun, Fields. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Eat. I'm on. Let's go.
On first down, Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Check 80 weapon.
Crunch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Yes.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Tighten up.
Go.
Motion.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll set up to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Go!
55.
Second and 15. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Cards, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, black and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to business.